Max wasn't your typical adventurer. He wasn't brave, he wasn't strong, and he definitely wasn't graceful. In fact, Max was known for being a walking disaster. If there was a puddle, he'd find it. If there was a vine to trip over, he'd faceplant. But Max had one thing going for him: endless enthusiasm. He dreamed of discovering lost cities and uncovering legendary treasures. So, armed with his trusty and slightly dented compass, Max set off on his first big adventure. What could possibly go wrong? Max's adventure started out normal enough. He had a map, a backpack full of snacks, mostly gummy worms, and a positive attitude. He hiked through a dense forest, following the map's faded lines, or at least he thought he was. Turns out, Max had been holding the map upside down. He'd been going in the completely wrong direction. Well, Max muttered to himself, this is off to a great start. Just when Max thought things couldn't get worse, he stumbled into a patch of quicksand. Whoa! Max yelled as he started to sink. This is just like in those old movies. The more Max struggled, the deeper he sank. Soon he was up to his waist in the gooey mess. Help! Max called out weakly. Can anyone hear me? A nearby parrot mimicked. Help! Can anyone hear me? Max sighed. This was not going according to plan. The parrot swooped down from its branch, landing on Max's head. So, the parrot squawked, you seem to be in a bit of a pickle. You think? Max grumbled. The parrot puffed up its chest. I know these parts like the back of my wing. Maybe I can help. For a price. Max was desperate. Okay, what do you want? My gummy worms? The parrot cawed with laughter. Gummy worms, please, I want information. Tell me everything about yourself. And so, Max found himself spilling his guts, figuratively of course, to a chatty parrot while stuck in quicksand. Lost and found. Sort of navigating by the stars badly. The parrot, whose name was Percy, eventually helped Max escape the quicksand. All right, Percy said, pointing with his wing. Head that way towards those mountains. You'll find what you're looking for. Max squinted. You sure? Because it looks awfully dark and spooky over there. Percy just shrugged. What do I know? I'm just a bird. And with that, he flew off. As night fell, Max decided to navigate by the stars. The problem was, Max didn't know the first thing about constellations. After a night of stumbling around in the dark, Max stumbled upon an ancient temple. This must be it, he exclaimed, the legendary temple of the lost banana. He pushed open the creaky doors, unaware of the perils that awaited him. The temple was a maze of booby traps. Tripwires sent coconuts swinging through the air. Pressure plates triggered jets of water. And for some reason, there were banana peels scattered everywhere. Who designed this place? Max cried out, narrowly avoiding a falling banana peel. As if the booby traps weren't bad enough, Max soon discovered he wasn't alone. The temple was home to a troop of mischievous monkeys. The monkeys pelted Max with bananas swung from the chandeliers and generally made his life miserable. Hey! Max shouted. Cut it out! The monkeys just screeched with laughter and continued their mischievous antics. Max realized that he'd been outsmarted by a bunch of monkeys. This was officially the lowest point of his adventure. Triumph through misfortune, accidentally finding the treasure. In a last-ditch effort to escape the monkeys, Max started pulling levers and pushing buttons at random. Suddenly, the ground began to shake. A hidden staircase rumbled open, revealing a secret chamber. And there, in the center of the chamber, sat a treasure chest overflowing with jewels and gold. Max couldn't believe his luck. He'd accidentally stumbled upon the treasure. The monkeys, however, were not pleased. They surrounded Max, chattering angrily. Just then, Percy the parrot flew in, landing on the treasure chest. All right, monkeys, Percy squawked. Show's over. This human is with me. The monkeys, surprisingly, seemed to understand. They bowed to Percy and scurried away. Max returned home a hero, albeit a very clumsy one. He had a thrilling tale to tell, a pocket full of jewels, and a newfound appreciation for the dangers of following bad directions. News of Max's accidental triumph spread far and wide. He became known as Max the Lucky, even though everyone knew it was mostly clumsiness that had gotten him there. And as for Percy the parrot, well, he became Max's trusted sidekick, always ready for another adventure, as long as there were interesting stories to be heard. Max learned that even the most accident-prone explorer could achieve great things. Sometimes, all it took was a little bit of luck, a lot of clumsiness, and a talking parrot to guide the way.